So, what if I told you that you could explain pretty much any complex idea in the world using a vocabulary of just 850 words? I know, it sounds kind of impossible, right? Well, today we're going to uncover this hidden system of language that does exactly that. And believe it or not, it all starts with one single, really common word. To get us started, let's just take that simple, familiar word. How would you define crime? Just, think about it for a second. It seems so straightforward, but as we're about to see, this one little word is holding a fascinating secret.
All right, so the Simple English Wiktionary, which is our source for all this, gives us a really direct starting point.
A crime is an act against the law for which you can go to jail. Yep, that's pretty much the straightforward definition most of us would think of first. Simple, clear, done, right? Well, not so fast. See, we're not just here to define one word, because buried inside the source material for this simple definition is a tiny clue, a little note that just opens up a whole new world of understanding. The real secret here, the whole reason we're talking about this, isn't in the definition of crime itself. No, it's in a small note attached to it, a note that points to a very specific list of words. And here it is. This is the clue that unlocks everything. The entry notes that the word crime is on the basic English 850 list. Now, at first glance, that just seems like a minor detail, some piece of trivia. But this single phrase, it changes everything. Which, of course, leads to the immediate question, the basic English, what? What on earth is this list, and why does it even matter? This is our magic number, 850. It's not just some random count, it's the number of words believed to be necessary to explain almost anything in the English language. So, the basic English 850 list is this foundational vocabulary. It was actually created way back in the 1930s as a tool to make international communication way clearer. The whole idea was to pick words that are so fundamental and so versatile that you could use them to describe or explain pretty much anything, from science to business to just everyday life. It's all about finding power and precision through simplicity. So how does this actually work in practice? Let's go back to our example word, crime, and see how this small vocabulary can actually create really rich, nuanced meaning. You see, the whole idea behind this list isn't about dumbing down an idea. Not at all. It's about boiling it down to its essential core, about forcing you to be crystal clear. It's about building understanding from a solid, shared foundation. And our source shows this brilliantly by giving us two totally distinct definitions. On one side, you've got the legal definition we already saw. But on the other side, we have a moral one. A crime is simply an extremely bad action. Let's look at how the examples make this difference so obvious. First, the legal definition. Murder is a crime. That's a statement of fact within a legal system. It's clear, it's objective, and it fits that first definition perfectly. But then you have this. Letting that puppy die is a crime. Now, in most places, there's no law against that. You're not going to go to jail for it. This isn't a legal crime. It's a moral one. It's an extremely bad action. And this right here is what shows the power of a core word. Crime, just one of our 850 essential terms, is flexible enough to carry both the weight of the law and the weight of human ethics. That is just incredible efficiency. So, what's the big takeaway here? Beyond just one word in a dictionary, what's the real power of having a simple list like this? Well, it really matters because, let's be honest, communication can be a tangled mess sometimes. We use all these complex words that can feel like walls. But a foundational language like this 850-word list, it's more like a bridge. It forces you to be clear, and it creates a common ground, making these huge ideas accessible to basically everyone. So the crucial point, the main thing to remember, is this. Being a master of language isn't always about knowing more and more words. Sometimes it's about deeply understanding the true power of the most essential ones. Those 850 words aren't a limitation, they're a key. And that kind of leaves us with a challenge, doesn't it? Think about the most complicated topic you know, maybe in your job or your studies or something you see in the news. How could you explain it using only the simplest, most foundational words? What complex idea do you think should be simplified next?